Hi guys, Christine here of Side Street Design, and today I'm back with something I've not worked on before. I have a 5x7 gesso board. I found Hobby Lobby had these for 50% off, and I thought I'd get some and play with them. This first one I'm just kind of getting a feel for it, and I will have some videos coming up using beeswax on them. So what I wanted to do today is I got some new Tim Holtz items. I got some of his the lace baseboard frames, his new, let's see, keepsakes ephemera. So I thought I'd have a little bit of a play. And these here are some digi-downloads from my Etsy shop of cabinet cards I have. This digi-download comes in a set of 3 pages. On one page you get 2 oval and 2 squared off pictures. And then on the other 2 pages you get larger versions of each girl. I love collecting cabinet photos. And a happy coincidence I just discovered is that the size I had made these, they fit the new Tim Holtz frames. So the oval is good for that. And then you can use the squares. They just have to be trimmed down a little bit, but you can have some vintage images. And I'll link that below. That was my little plug. I'll move on now. So the first thing I want to do is I have my little stash of ephemera and everything. I need to get the background going. And for that I have some of the Tim Holtz. This is his tissue paper that he came out with before the collage paper. And I'm just going to go ahead and I want to get it all over the top and all over the sides. And I'm putting it down using his Distress Collage Medium in Vintage. Because this board is already white. And I know that I don't believe his tissue paper goes fully transparent, so I wanted to have a vintage flair, so we're going to use this vintage collage medium. So I'm going to fast forward while I do this, and I'll be back with you when it's all done. Now before I go any farther, this is going to be a travel piece. When I have my cabinet cards and I find these images of these people, I like to collect them, and it's like I'm building a family of them. And I like to imagine what might their lives have been. So this one with the girl I'm using, I'm going to do a travel theme. And since a lot of it's kind of browns and stuff, I want to throw in just a little bit of femininity. And I have the Tim Holtz Distress Archival inks. So I want to put just a little bit of pink and plum in here to add just a little bit of a feminine touch. And I want to use the Roses layering stencil by Tim Holtz just to add a little bit of that to the background. And with the archival ink, the good part is that it will stay. It's not going to smear like the Distress Oxides, which is why I love that they came out with these. So let me just get one of my dabbers here. I'm trying to get back into the swing of it, guys. I was sick for over 3 weeks, and so I'm kind of getting back into it, and I'm hoping this isn't going to be too bright, but we will see. I just want to get a little bit. And I know that the leaves aren't pink, but just a little touch. And this goes on so nicely over that distress medium. And this piece, when I'm all done, I will end up posting it in my Etsy shop if anyone is interested in adding it to their collection. So we've got some nice pink. What about maybe just a hint of purple? But I don't want to use the roses again. So let's see what else I have here. The hints. I've got lots of good stencils, guys. Let's see. I want a hint of something that's vintage without going too much. I have a Gothic stencil. I want the Harlequin. You know what? If I think I'm going to add the purple, I'm just going to use some of the bubbles just to make it so it's not super duper in your face. And let's just see how they look. I just want a light dusting. There we go. And a lot of this is going to end up being covered up by the ephemera. I just kind of wanted to have a little play. And I'm really enjoying doing things this way. Oop. I really like using the board because I started out as a mixed media canvas artist, and now I've gotten into art journaling, and I like kind of this combo of my layering, journaling, and working on a type of board again. Alright, now we're going to bring back in our vintage. So I'm going to get my ground espresso archival ink out. And I need the dabber I used for that, which I believe was this one. And I want to go around the edge, just like that. The edges are still a little tacky, so I may have to go back over this one later. There we go. And I did end up fixing the back, see? Okay. So let's see what fun ephemera bits we have that we can add around our girl. So let's see. I know I want to use a frame on here, and I don't want it to necessarily overwhelm. I think these guys are a little bigger and too big for the frame. And I do want to try, there we go, using the brown on this. And dyeing it a bit. There we go. And what's really neat is like up close. There we go. It's giving it kind of that grunge look. But you can still see all the detail of the frame. It's just toned it down a little, which brings it back in. And now the question is, do I want to use her or do I want to use her? I think I want to go with this one. So that is going to be our girl. And I also have a quote, Tim Holtz quote chip that I want to use that says, "Embrace the change, the journey." So I want that to go with it. So that's going to be on there like that. So I do want to add a little bit of ephemera around her. Kind of have some of it, you know, going off the page. So I'm going to build that up a bit. guys, I am back and I think I am done. So here it is, my first MDF board, Embrace the Journey travel piece using ephemera, collage medium, and a bunch of other goodies. I hope this video inspired you. It's just another way to use another medium with your journaling supplies. If you liked the video, remember to give a thumbs up. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You'll stay up to date on all my latest releases, and I'll be back crafting with you soon.